Sandil in Johannesburg, South Africa, writes to me and he says, Paul, as an aspiring audiophile, aspiring audiophile, my question is, why aren't all recordings mixed for audiophiles? Since I started tweaking my speaker positions to get better experience of the soundstage and the image, I've realized that what I used to think were great songs are not so appealing anymore. Sometimes I feel like I'm an Idols judge. If I can't place instruments and a singer on the soundstage in the first 30 seconds of the track, I lose interest and move on to the next track. Can you help me understand why mixing for audiophiles is not the norm? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm with you, buddy. As audiophiles, we love to have perfect recordings. We love to have, when there's a quartet playing, let's say, we could see the quartet. Here's the bass player standing up and the drummer going and the singer and whatever's happening. If you mix it properly and you put, because let's remember, most recordings aren't what people think. And this is funny, I've learned this over time, that a lot of people think bands just go into the recording studio, start playing, and they record it, and then that's what you get. If you're really interested in recording and how it's all done, I recommend highly go on to Hulu, which is a TV channel for pay, and I think Disney's going to carry it as well. Probably by the time you see this video, they'll have it. But it's a great series with producer Rick Rubin, he's great. Rick Rubin, oh, what a great producer. And he interviews Paul McCartney. And in the interview, they have all the master tapes from the Beatles. And you can hear they're putting up Paul's bass, and then they put it down, and then they put up the guitar, and then the vocal, and you can hear it. The point is, recordings are made generally in rooms that we call tracking rooms, where they'll put down some tracks, some individual tracks, let's say the rhythm track, and then they'll go back in and they will sing listening to that on headphones, and then they'll add this and they'll add that. So they are very much not live recordings. That's the way the majority of all recordings are made. And then it's up to the mix engineer to figure out, how do I make this sound the way I want? Now, at Octave Records, at PS Audio, it's obvious how we're going to do it. We're going to turn the channels, do the mix to get it to sound like they're actually live playing in the room. That's our goal. That's what we want to do. But if you're a mix engineer and you've got, Michael Jackson's the only one who came to mind. Of course, that poor young man is no longer with us, but if you were remixing one of Michael Jackson's records, say the one with Quincy Jones where they lopped off all the bass, wish they hadn't done that, because anyway, there's a great bass line on that. And you're going to mix for something very different. You're going to try and make a mix that will appeal to a pop audience who are not listening on audiophile speakers. They're going to be listening on their earbuds, or they're going to be listening on their little boom boxes, or their car stereo, whatever they're going to listen to. It's likely not going to be an audiophile high-end system. So the main reason that they don't do it is because that's not what they are trying to go for. Now, in the beginning of recordings, back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, back then, recording and the art of recording was new. And there, we were just learning how to do all this stuff. So yeah, most recordings tried to make it sound live, because why else wouldn't you do that? Then as we learned, as the proliferation of studios became prevalent throughout the world, we started experimenting. What happens if I push this really hard? And why does it always have to sound live? Why can't I get creative? And, anyway, on and on and on. But I think that's why. So choose your label carefully. Thanks for the question. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take it easy.